Hello everybody, and today we're going to do a tutorial on door making, or spawn points. No, actually we're not. Today I'm going to make loads and loads of boulders smash up this house so they come tumbling down this mountain. Like this. And if you don't understand the tutorial, I'll just upload this level so you can see how it's done. Now that's a bit better than most tutorials, isn't it? Just look at it. Oh. Yeah, it should crash any second because it overloads with all the boulders, but you can fix that in your own time. Enjoy! Okay, to start, I've got a button, so I'm going to make a little block, and Control-T, I'm going to choose it to be a func button. I'm also going to have to make all the blocks that fall down, so I'm just going to make one different type. I'm going to choose the same texture as the ground, so it doesn't look out of place. And on the right hand side of the screen, it says Move Selected, Categories, Objects, and under Objects make sure you have Sphere selected. It's a nice easy way of making boulders. I don't want this to be too big, but big enough to roll. And here it is. A nice big boulder. Control-T, I'm going to make this a func fizz box. I'm going to call this rock James. Make sure the material type is rock. I'm going to give it a strength of 10,000. That should be enough. Okay, the way this works, in order to get it to spawn, whoops, I'll put this up to the top of the hill. So this is where it's going to spawn from. There, so it's up at the top of the hill. I'll do a couple more as well. And well, they'll just roll down the hill and smash up the houses as it is. But to make them spawn, I need to put in, now let me see if I can get this right, a point_template. Oh yeah, it worked. Template 1 will be James. So that spawns James. And now I need to try and make it so that when I press the button, it loops that. So I'm going to use a logic timer. Start disabled, no. Use random time. Yes. Minimum random interval will be 0.5 seconds and the maximum will be 2 seconds. Refire? Nah, don't need that. Okay, so now I need to make sure that... Oh wait, I'll make this logic timer start disabled. If I can click on it. Okay, so what's going to happen is that when I press the button, it's going to enable this logic timer, which tells this point template to respawn the blocks every couple of seconds. So I'm going to make this strength, this button strength 20, and on the output, on damaged, oh I haven't renamed it, oh I'm rubbish. Okay, I'm going to make this logic timer Jim. So the logic timer is called Jim, and the point template is called Simon. And on logic timer's outputs, sorry, this is getting messy, isn't it? On timer, Simon, which is the point template, force spawn. And then, hopefully, oh, this is getting messy. Oh, I don't like it. On damaged, for this button, make Jim enable. So it enables the logic timer. So, trying to sum it up and save myself from the mess I've got into, when you shoot this button, it enables the logic timer, which goes, oh, go on then, spawn all the rocks, and all the rocks will come down the hill, hopefully. If not, you can just download my example file and see if it works. And that should work. One problem that will occur is that the rocks will fall down the same place every time because the physics are quite accurate. The way that I got around this before, I'll just put all the spawn points, which is where you place the rocks in the first place. I'm going to place them all right next to each other. And I'm going to have a randomized motion which decides where they go. To do this, I'm going to have a little block that they collide with when they fall down. Because it's like a random time that it starts each time, it should have different results each time. This might only make sense to me actually, so just watch and see if you can understand. So here's the randomized one. I'm going to call this Peter. It's a little block that sort of gets in the way of the rocks when they fall down, and it randomizes them quite a bit. If I can find a rock, there it is. Ah. If I put this on the end of a fizzball socket, which is one of my favourite entities, hopefully this will dangle in the air and get in the way of everything when they fall down, which will randomise all the rocks. There. Okay, I'm ready to try out this level and see if it works. It probably won't. Here it goes. The moment of truth. Come on. Come on. Ah. Well, let's see if it works. Here it comes. Here are the boulders. It's working. Whee! That is quite good. Okay, I'm going to make this thing that gets in the way of the boulders invisible, so you can't see this strange little boulder flying about at the top. I've also made it so that it takes physics damage to start moving this object, so it's kind of like fake DMM in a way. I'm really happy to see that everyone's put into their levels. Well done. And thank you. Makes me feel all powerful. Okay, I'm going to try it again. Hopefully it won't crash this time. If it does, then it's obviously I've put too many physics objects in and I've screwed up the engine, but we'll see. Okay, take 2. The house is not falling down. That's a good sign. Oop. Let's see if the boulders come down properly. Well, of course they do. I made it. This could make quite a good climb level, couldn't it? Well, I'll leave that up to you to decide. Ah! No! No!